Hi, welcome to Rate My Gadget, and I'm going to review, after 4 years of use, my Tag connected watch. Now, I've had this for 4 years, like I said. You can get different varieties of it. You can get the 42mm, which is just about over £1,000, £1,150, or you can get the 45mm sport watch, which is £1,600. This is the 45mm. Let me tell you, would I buy it again now, or is it just good because it has the Tag logo? First of all, the design. So the design of it is the first positive thing that I absolutely love about it. It's got the circular, really flat fronted with the metal, or you can have it black surround embossed, really simple, with the Tag connected logo embossed at the top. You cannot change that outer ring, that's fixed. However, the side buttons you can change a configuration of. So the top and bottom push buttons you can change to have a shortcut to apps, whereas the middle button is literally the button that you push to go through to cycle through to the apps that you have on your watch. The rotary button has the Tag symbol on the side and it's got a nice rubber feel to it, and the two buttons at the top and bottom also have a real good sturdy feel about it. And that's the thing about this watch, the build quality of it is very good. I've been wearing this for years and there's not a scratch on the surface of the glass, so it's a really sturdy bit of kit. The watch flat face is a touch screen, and it comes with a standard clasp rather than a usual watch strap, which you might find on, say, Apple watches, which is a button press or something like that. Now, this is its first negative, is the watch strap itself is a strange configuration. So on the watch, it has a fixed bar, and what that means is that you cannot interface it with standard watch straps you'd get from, let's say, Amazon or other retailers. Also, it's a quick release strap, which annoyingly, even though you've hardly used the quick release strap, means that you are tied into the Tag name. So there are very few, if not any, to buy any straps where not only is it going to a fixed lug, but also it's the right width and it has the quick release. Positive is the quick release is quite a nice functionality if you want to take the strap off and replace it for anything else. You don't have to have any other tools or anything like that. The design overall, it's great. It's clean, it's unassuming, it works in all environments, whether that's out of an evening or whether that's even using sports. The strap clip is really nice as well as standard, and I much prefer that over some of the Apple variants or standard straps. The functionality, it's supported by the Wear OS. Now, actually, it's held its ground really well over the 4 years. You could use it with Google and the microphone. However, that isn't available to you anymore, unfortunately. So it doesn't give you Google responses if you're asking it a question. So it doesn't interface with any AI system like it does on other smartwatches. Interface is very simple. Slide it from the right and you have shortcuts that you can use. Slide it from the top and you go to very quick settings. Slide it from the bottom and you have notifications. On the left hand side slide, which isn't really very useful, it has other shortcuts that are fixed into the watch. I do really like the interface on this watch. It's really clean, it's really simple. It hasn't changed over those 4 years, and that's because it works. It works really well. Although it doesn't have Google supported, it still does support WhatsApp, messages, even opening emails and things like that. Of course, it's a watch, so you're not going to be able to see really detailed photos, but it is still pretty good. And at the 45mm that you get, the visuals actually are pretty good when it comes to photos and images. It cannot take calls. To be honest, I think if you are taking calls on a watch, then you're a bit pretentious anyway. That's a functionality that I don't really miss. So if you do want to make calls on your watch, then this isn't for you. In terms of its longevity, its battery life is a thing that lets it down tremendously. Unfortunately, it will last in use around about 24 hours, so you do have to charge it overnight. However, that said, if you leave it and you don't have much of the functionality on, like heart rate, GPS, you don't have the screen always on. I have managed to drag it out to 4 days. The battery life has stayed fairly consistent, and although they claim that the newer models do have an improved battery life, from what I've seen of the newer models, it's pretty standard that actually if you keep the screen on and you have tracking and things like that, it will last around about 24 hours. The downside is that the charger that it uses, it's a strange configuration where it has connectors are proud, and what will happen over time, and I've already got through 2 of these, is the battery charger will fail. And in both instances, I've had to go back to Tag themselves to get the actual specific charging dock suitable for my watch. However, and this brings me on to the biggest positive, the Tag support network is fantastic. I've had this watch 4 years. At no point have they ever pushed me away to say that it's outside of warranty or they can no longer help. I've asked some really basic questions, all done via email, and it's really personal. And I think although you're paying for the Tag brand, you are also paying for the Tag service. And that really comes head and shoulders for me over buying a standard smartwatch where really it's up to you to figure it out. The apps on it are pretty good. The fitness app is Google Fit, which is pretty good. It also has its own Tag Fitness, which is terrible. Don't even go there. They've obviously tried to do an Apple and create their own fitness. Somebody will tell me that they love it. I don't like it at all. However, there are many fitness apps out there that you can use with the watch, such as heart rate, and you can obviously then interface it with your phone. It also comes with the Tag Golf app. I don't play golf, however, it is tremendous in terms of the functionality. I've spoken to other golfers who really like the use of the watch, but that is a very niche specific area. The only thing which does let it down is the sleep app. It doesn't have a tracking ability built in. I've tried to find one. There isn't effective ones out on the Google network without paying for it, which is a shame because that does come as standard on many smartwatches. Overall, would I buy one again? Yes and no. Yes, because I feel it's a fantastic looking watch. It doesn't in any way almost look like a smartwatch in terms of the watch faces that you can get on it, which are various and are basically covering the whole Tag range. It is a really nice looking watch that wouldn't necessarily stick out like a smartwatch. That said, I possibly would say no, because as a smartwatch, it's very expensive. Starting at £1,000. Okay, if you've got money to spend and you want a really good wearable smartwatch, then yes, you can't go wrong with the Tag Connected. However, yes, it's got all of the smartwatch capabilities at the moment, like NFC, heart rate, GPS, all those kind of things. But eventually over time, go out of date. And therefore, to have spent £1,000 on it, are you not better off getting a Tag rotary standard watch? That said, it is a fantastic watch and I do love it. I hope that's helped. Please do like, please subscribe, leave comments as you see fit, and thanks for watching.